First, I'd like to introduce Camille Dumont, who is the director of the Center for Career and Professional Development. She will introduce her team, and afterwards, once we're done with the presentation, we'll have a question and answer session for everyone after. So Camille, take it away.
Well, thank you so much, David, and so happy to be here and to see so many students participating. This is just a thrill tonight. So as Dave said, my name is Camille Dumont. I'm the director of the Center for Career and Professional Development at Post University, which is essentially career services. And I'm going to pass it along to Christina so she can introduce herself.
Hi, good evening, everyone. This is so exciting to be here. What just came to mind is next time we send something out, we're sending it through David. This is amazing to see so many. But my name's Christina Cummings, and I'm a career advisor here with CCPD.
Thank you, guys. And I am Michael Natochi. I am the newest career advisor to the team. I've been here for almost 2 months now. But yeah, happy to join.
So we're very excited to present to you the multitude of things that CCPD does and some of the services that we offer. So I think without further ado, Michael is going to go ahead and share his screen and showcase the PowerPoint that we have prepared for you. And then we're more than happy to answer any questions that you have. I see lots of chats coming in. Pleasure to meet and see so many students. I echo what Christina said, that we now know how to market things to get the students' attention. So we will go through David from now on, I think.
I'm here for you guys.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Well, you know what? We're here for the students. And so if they get the message in whatever way they can, we're more than happy to have them come and see us. We're good to go. And so again, we've introduced ourselves. And our department is called the Center for Career and Professional Development. More commonly used term is career services, and we help students with all things in terms of professional development. That would be, whether you're in school currently and trying to figure out what it is that you would like to focus on, maybe after graduation, or even prepare for a particular job interview, or prepare a resume based upon a particular job posting. So we're really excited to be able to help students with that. Next slide, please.
All right. Okay, good evening again. So just to reiterate what Camille said, we really are here for all things career service related. And that could be as something simple as just doing your resume or revising it. But we also help you with cover letters and resumes that pertain to specific job descriptions that you're doing. We will help you with job searches. So we use Handshake, which Camille will talk about a little bit later. But we can help you really with any platform in terms of what you're looking for. We do 2 types of career fairs right now. We have the main campus career fair, which we just had one in April, where we had 50 employers and I think about 250 students. And so that was a great opportunity. We also do virtual careers for all of our online students and alumni. And we have one coming up on October 19th, and that's going to be from 3 to 5. Again, this will be done through Handshake. We are excited to showcase a lot of employers from around the country. So if that's something you're interested, you can always sign up through Handshake, or even just reach out to us at Career Dev. The other thing we also have, which for those of you who are ADP students but local, we do have a career closet where you can come by, drop by the office and stop in, take a look at some career clothes that we have. And if there's something there that you like, you can take it and it's yours for your interviews, your career fairs, anything that you want to use it for. So even after you've done your resume and you've applied and you've got your cover letter, we're still here to also support you with mock interviewing. And this is something we do with ADP and main campus and alumni all the time. We will, structure your interviews, your mock interviews to work with the job that you're applying for. We also work with you after. So if you get the job, don't get the job, we start to help you craft thank you notes and also just follow up when you've been given a job offer. What do you do after that? Another area that we're really, really proud of here in CCPD are our employer spotlights and alumni spotlights. In fact, we have an alumni spotlight coming up on Wednesday at 1:45 Eastern Time to 2:45 with Kadeem,
Short.
Kadeem Short, and he'll be with us to talk, and he's alumni. And we're very excited to have him come and talk about different business opportunities that he may have with his organization.
Michael is now going to talk to you about some upcoming events that CCPD is presenting, and hopefully you are receiving notifications about these events. They are open to our main campus students as well as our online students, and you could attend through the virtual link, and actually it's a live link, so you'll be able to communicate with the employer right there, or the presenter right there through the online platform. So Michael, do you want to talk about some of the upcoming events that we have?
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so here are kind of the events that we have upcoming for the remainder of the year. They're not all here. We're still in the works of adding some more events, whether it be employer spotlights, alumni spotlights. But all of the events that we host, we always send out an email and flyers to you guys. So always just be on the lookout and check your emails for those. So the first one that we have coming up is going to be on Wednesday. It's an alumni spotlight with Global Business Resiliency Program Manager at Marsh McLennan with Kadeem Short. He's also an alumni from Post. And he's coming back to kind of talk about his experience, his path, what he does in his current role, but also make connections with current students. And for those of you that don't know Marsh McLennan, it is a major company. It's about a $96 billion company. So he's going to talk to you guys kind of what he does. So if anybody's interested in that, that's going to be a great event to attend. And then we have a virtual career fair coming up on October 19th. So kind of like Christina was mentioning, we do have the main campus, the event for main campus students, but we also have the virtual career fair to kind of, accommodate online students. On October 26th, we have an event with the Secret Service to kind of talk about, what they do over in the Secret Service, but also make further connections there. On November 1st, we have another employer spotlight with Enterprise. And then on November 14th and November 16th, the 14th, we're going to have a career fair prep. So just to kind of get you guys ready for that career fair, just kind of give you guys some information on, what you should wear, some good questions to ask, give you some background info on what employers are going to be there. That way, when you do attend for the November 16th career fair, you're not just going there blind and in the dark. And then on December 6th, we have a criminal justice career information with one of our professors, Professor Armstrong, just to kind of give you guys some more background and information about the criminal justice fields and possible career paths.
So Michael, before you go to the next slide, if you could just go back to that. Thank you. I just wanted to speak about the event coming up on Wednesday, October 4th, that both Christina and Michael mentioned. So Kadeem Short is a former student of Post. He's a graduate. And just to kind of give you a little bit of background, he took a professional success course. And in that course, he learned how to write what we call an applicant tracking system resume. And he was able to use that resume to apply for an internship with the Red Cross. And I don't want to steal any of his thunder because I'm sure you're all going to come and listen to him speak, but he really had some great opportunities based on his ability to present a proper resume based upon that particular job, and then, move on to another company. And now finally he's with this wonderful company called Marsh McLennan. So he is going to be a really great speaker, and I highly encourage you to attend that event. The other thing that I did want to mention is the event for the 14th for the prep for the career fair. If you are local and plan to attend our on-campus career fair on November 16th, then by all means, be sure to attend that career prep. We'll provide a virtual link for that. And then, of course, if you are on campus on the 16th, please do come in and to attend the career fair. One thing we do ask students is we do require professional attire to attend the main campus event. The employers have asked for that. They're looking to see students in professional attire, but that's why we're here with the career closet that Christina talked about earlier. So if you're in need of any kind of professional attire, please come in and see us. We'll be happy to show you our wonderful closet that's fully stocked with really neat professional clothing it's yours to keep. And I have to tell you that students have felt really, really good about that. So yeah, so just wanted to share that with you. Hope you will attend one, if not all, of these events.
Thank you, Camille.
All right, so just to go over some additional resources that we have, again, all of our employer spotlights and alumni spotlights are recorded so you can watch them later. But we also have some webinars that Michael, I think, will show you on our website in a few minutes, but just some interviewing techniques, resume writing, prepping for a career fair. There are lots of webinars on our website that are really helpful. So if you can't make a particular date and time, just check our website and they will be there shortly after. We'll also go over in a little bit some more of our website resources, but some of the other things that we do use here in CCPD are things like the Forage and ONET, JobScan, and Handshake. The Forage is a wonderful, wonderful website. In particular for people who are looking at different types of occupations that they might want to pursue in the future, but maybe they don't know a lot about what's entailed. So for instance, there are major companies, in fact, Camille and I did one a few months ago for Lululemon, where we looked at a project management position. And we went through, and it's actually pretty neat because if you don't have career or any job experience, this is something that once you complete, you're given a certificate, and you can actually add this to your website as experience. So check it out. It's the Forage, and it's a great resource. Another resource that we use, I think daily, I would say all three of us, is ONET, where you can go online. It's a government website, and it has lots of information about different occupations, and it matches up your interests, your skills, your abilities with different occupations that might be of interest to you. It also has a ton of information about different areas within the country, what you need in terms of licensing or credentialing, and also what the salary ranges are for particular positions. So there's tons of information there. I can't even begin to go through the whole thing, but check it out and give yourselves a good hour or so. You'll love it. Another resource that we use is JobScan, and this is one of Camille's favorites. She loves to use it, and it really is a great tool. So you can take a particular job description that you've come across, something that you really want to do, and upload it with your resume so that you can compare the two and make sure that what's on your resume complements what's in the job description. And it's just one more tool to help you get to that interview stage. Handshake, again, I briefly mentioned earlier, but Camille will go over that in a few minutes because there's a lot there too.
Just gonna say, Camille, you're on mute.
Sorry. Thank you. I'm so sorry about that. I just to highlight what Christina was saying, I just want to emphasize that all of those wonderful resources that Christina shared, please know that we are here to support you in the use of those. So please don't hesitate to reach out to us with any or all of those. You're not on your own. If you find them, wonderful. But if you're uncertain of how to use them, we're more than happy to help you, particularly with the ONET. And I think I saw there was a question in there about assessments or taking some sort of an assessment to understand, what your interests are, what your occupations that you're geared towards. And certainly the ONET interest profiler is something that we work on with students. So once again, reach out to us if you need help with that. So as Christina was talking about, Handshake is our sort of newest tool. I don't say it's super new anymore. We acquired it back in March. 65% of colleges and universities use Handshake, and we now finally have it here at Post. Handshake is strictly geared towards college students and employers looking to hire college students. So it's very different than Indeed. And there are job postings that are all across the country and international. And it is web-based. It allows students and graduates, so alumni too, to connect with employers to access jobs and internship opportunities. It's also possible to connect with alumni and mentors in order to create and expand your job network, which we always talk about as being the most important thing in looking for work and opportunities is networking. So Handshake hosts virtual and in-person career fairs and events where students can meet and network with potential employers. And as Christina and Michael both mentioned earlier, we are hosting a virtual event through Handshake in October. And we're very excited about that. We did that back in April and it was very successful. We had a number of companies participate. One of them, actually, it was a live session that they held and students were able to meet with the employers as they set up their appointments through Handshake. So if you need help with that, please don't hesitate to reach out, but you do have to sign up for Handshake. And it is important that you create a full profile. The better your profile, the more complete your profile, the more likely you are to have a successful experience with Handshake. And that would mean submitting a really polished resume. You don't want to just submit any resume. You want to be sure that it is in good shape and attractive to potential employers. So with Handshake, students can create and update their profiles, as I mentioned. These profiles can include your resume, your transcript, your education, your work experience, and your skills. This is showcasing to an employer all that you have to offer, and it makes it really easy and convenient for them to find you. You can use Handshake's search function to find jobs and internships. So if you're searching, rather than going through another engine like Indeed, for example, you can use Handshake and you could find opportunities that align with your interests and qualifications. You could also set up alerts to track your applications and communication with employers. So lots of really fun things to explore with Handshake. It's very user-friendly as you get more and more used to using it. So if you're interested in signing up and you don't have a link to do that, please reach out to us.
All right, and then I do want to take you guys just through like our website homepage, just so everyone sees what it looks like. Okay, everybody can still see my screen okay?
Yes.
Yes, okay. All right, so this is the homepage for the CCPD. We start off with our mission statement. And I won't read the whole mission statement just because it is a little lengthy, but it does kind of encompass everything that we strive to kind of do in the CCPD. And below that, we have some resources for employers and military. So with our employer resources, this is how employers can reach out to us if they have any jobs, internships, any openings that they think would be a good fit for some of our students. This is how they can connect with us. This is also how they can connect with us if they want to join our career fairs, whether it's in person or virtual. So this is how they can contact us. We also have resources for military. We do realize that a lot of post students are military students, so we do have resources to kind of accommodate that population. We have the job search tab, which, like Camille was just talking about, is our new handshake platform that connects college students and recent graduates with employment opportunities. And so we do have a couple of resources and guides kind of along the way. The first one that we have is a networking guide. As Camille just mentioned, networking it's huge. It's one of the best ways to kind of make connections, build your network, and gain potential internships and job opportunities. So with this networking guide, it's basically just going to talk to you kind of what networking is, the benefits of it, and if you did want to reach out to somebody, what maybe just a sample email might look like, something formal, casual, just kind of get your foot in the door. Really importantly, we also have the do's and the don'ts of networking. There are some things that when you're networking, you definitely don't want to do. That could leave a bad impression for some. So I would highly recommend that you guys check, kind of read over this list and kind of understand what you should do when networking and what you shouldn't do. And then we also have our career readiness series. Camille has done a great job putting these together. She has kind of done a lot with the career readiness series. The purpose of it is to make our students career ready and ready for the workforce. So a lot of these, she's done a lot of great videos kind of highlighting some, maybe some job fair preparations or what your LinkedIn profile should look like. Just a lot of great research. So I definitely encourage you guys to check those out. And then we do have some of our employer spotlight series and alumni spotlight series. So like Christina and Camille were mentioning, a lot of the events that we do, we try to record them because if you guys aren't able to make that event, you can watch the recording of it on your own time. And our most up-to-date one that we had is with Jasana Levy. She was there on campus, I want to say last week, just talking about how you guys, if anybody's interested in law school or that's where you guys would like to end up. She talked about her experience at Post, what her path was to law school, and then any tips that she could kind of give our students. And then same thing with the employer spotlights. We do try to get employers from local and national companies to talk to students kind of, what they do for work, how they got into their role, and then connect with students to also see if they have any job opportunities for you guys. Next, we have resumes and cover letters. So here, we kind of have a whole guide of building your resume. So we go into detail on what a resume is. And a resume, for those that don't know, a resume is a tool used to market your skills, experiences, education, and accomplishments to employers. A resume is really what gets your foot in the door. Every employer is going to ask if you have a resume. So if you guys don't have a resume, definitely, email us, me, Camille, Christina. We can definitely help you guys out with that. And another great part of this guide that we've put together, we have a basic resume template, just so you guys can kind of see what one looks like. But I find this section to be extremely helpful. This is a great use of action words. So whenever you're starting out your resume and kind of bullet points based on your experience, these are some great action words to use. I always direct my students that I work with to this page, just because it's so valuable for them. And then same thing with the cover letter. It kind of goes into detail what a cover letter is, what it looks like, the components of it. And I'll even show you guys. So yeah, just kind of how to start off a cover letter, what it should look like, and just kind of some little blurbs so you know kind of what you need to write in each section. But again, me, Camille, and Christina can help you guys out with that. If you scroll down, we continue our career readiness series. These just go into further detail on resume writing and cover letters, just a lot more information that you can't gather just from just looking at the basic guide. Our next tab is interviewing. Interviewing is huge. The resume, it gets your foot in the door, but if you want to land the job, you do need proper interviewing skills. So this whole page will go into kind of the do's and don'ts of interviewing, how to complete a successful interview. And of course, you already know there is a career readiness series video on how to conduct proper interviewing skills. And lastly, we have our internships. So it kind of just talks about what an internship is. Internships are great if you don't directly have work experience, you're trying to get your foot in the door for a field. Internships are great. We also kind of show you guys the guidelines. So there is an opportunity if you guys do want to earn credit for your internships. You have to meet these certain requirements, and there are, a couple other lines that we have to kind of check if you're going to earn credit for your internships. But these are the minimum requirements that you need to gain those credits. And then we also have the internship eligibility form that is housed over here too. And the last thing that we have is the forage, but Christina already went into that, so I won't reiterate that for you guys. And so that's it for the website. Oh, yeah.
Michael, would you mind just going back to the page where we have our employer spotlight videos?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. So I would just like to point out that while it's, sometimes students can't make an event, we certainly encourage students to attend these events live. And what I mean by live is if you're across the country, we don't expect you to fly in, but certainly you could join on Teams like you're doing tonight. And we also record them, as Michael was saying. And the beauty of the recording is watching it, not just for your viewing pleasure, but also to learn about that particular employer. And perhaps if you feel that there's a connection, or maybe you feel like this is something that you're interested in, the employers are more than happy to hear from you with an appropriately written email, letting them know that you've watched, the video and you really learned a lot from them, or something along those lines. If you need help writing that, we can help you with that. But another way to use the videos. So just keeping that in mind as you're networking and looking for opportunities and trying to connect with people. Thank you.
Of course. And so, yeah, that was kind of what our homepage looks like. So those are all the resources that you can access. But if you guys do need any help with anything specific or just have any questions, here is the contact for everyone. So we have Camille's email, Christina's email, my email, and then we have our career dev email, which is kind of overseen by all of us. So if you don't know who to reach out to, the career dev is a great email to reach out to.
And so now I saw a number of questions come through, and we weren't able to answer them as we went along, but we'd love to right now. So I guess we can go through the chat and
actually, Camille, I was just going to say, so if anyone has any questions, we've been monitoring the chat a bit. I know there might have been some questions we might have missed along the way, but I do want to let you guys know that if you do have a question, I want to remind everyone again, use the hand raise feature, clicking on the raise hand feature on your computer or desktop, or laptop. And if you have a mobile device, either an Android or iPhone, I do believe they have the 3 dots there. And when you click on that, hand raise feature should be there. It will highlight your avatar like so. And if you have your video on like this, it'll highlight the video. So I do see a couple of hands up, but real quick, I want to mention something that someone did ask that I thought maybe I just missed it. Regionalization of this. So like if someone was asking a question about Mississippi, Pittsburgh, stuff like that. I heard a couple of those places. Is there any form of like specificity with that regarding based on what we have here?
Yes, so we work with students all across the country, and that's the beauty of Handshake, that it allows us to offer students opportunities with companies that are looking for students in particular and alumni. And, you know, we have many examples. Christina just recently, one of her most recent of many, she worked with a student in Puerto Rico. Christina, would you like to talk a little bit about that?
Sure. So one of the ADP students reached out to me in, I guess, late April or May, and really just wanted to start again in terms of resume revision and job search. And they were originally from Connecticut, but moved to Puerto Rico. So they were a little bit new to the job market in Puerto Rico. So we both had a chance to do some exploration. We worked on the resume. We looked at different opportunities that might be remote or in person, just depending on where these jobs were located within Puerto Rico. Within a few weeks, he had already been able to go to a number of interviews for both remote and in-person occupations or jobs, I should say. And then he was offered two of them, which was great, and ended up taking a position with a very, very reputable international, I would say global company here. And he's already started. So he started at the beginning of September. But one of the really nice things that I love about this story in particular was that we worked with him from start to finish. So we worked on his resume, then we worked on his cover letter, then we started to do some mock interviewing. And then once he had gone through the interviews, we helped craft with him his thank you letters. And then from there, just following up. And in fact, I even had the opportunity to work with him after his first week in his job, just to follow up, you know, so if there were any questions about benefits or just in general what he should be doing after a week of employment. So those are the types of services that we're able to offer any of our students, whether they be main campus, ADP, and alumni as well, our graduates. So it's a great opportunity. You just reach out to us, send us an email, and we will support you in any way that we can career related.
Can I just follow up on that wonderful, successful story that Christina had? I have to say that Christina worked very hard with the student, but not in doing the work for the student. So it's very important that we teach students how to understand the art of job search. If we do all the work for them, then they're not learning anything, and then that's not helping them in the future. And so it's very important that we teach the skills necessary to search for jobs, where to search, how to network, and then we'll work in partnership with the student, but it's very much the student's responsibility to almost do some homework in this regard. And I think that when that happens, they really feel a sense of accomplishment. They feel a sense of confidence that they could move forward in their future career if they find themselves in a situation where they need to find another job in the future. And that's not uncommon these days because you know, so many times people move jobs, they move careers, they move occupations, and that's fine and that's okay. But it's really an art to be able to do that. And so we really work very, very hard to teach students the art of job search, the art of interviewing, the art of resume writing.
That's awesome. Camille, thank you for that. And Christina, great job with that. That's amazing. A lot of students are giving you accolades in the chat if you didn't see them. I want to just say, I just want to see, we have a hand raised here. I see Andrew Edwards. Andrew, I'm going to take you, I'm going to allow your mic. So go ahead and come off mute whenever you're ready with your question. Just remember, folks, when I take you off mute, or when I allow your mic, you need to come off mute. Thanks, Andrew.
I don't have any question right now. The question I had was answered. She told me I got to check with my financial advisor. I mean, not financial advisor, my school advisor.
Oh, regarding your program, right? Your business administration. Yes. Okay. Good. Great. Very good. All right. Thank you, Andrew. Appreciate it. All right. Let's see. Okay. Teresa Dunlop, you are next. I'm going to allow your mic. Just remember to come off mute when you're ready.
Yes, good evening, everybody. And
Hi, Teresa.
fellow patrons, thank you so much for this time and opportunity for the coming before us. My question is kind of simple. I've been back and forth in the career industry starting when I was 14, and I initially had applied to do my online classes. I had two major setbacks, but I'm back in the ball game now. I'm in it to win it. So, with that being said, I have a disability and I can't be on my feet as much because they explode like Frankenstein. But I love customer service and nonprofit. That's always been a passion of mine. I found out later on when I got 20 in my late 20s. I wanted to open a small. I wanted to have a foodiery truck because I love to cook. But my main question of the evening was, I received my Gold Service Award for guest services, and I got that through a nonprofit organization school called Academy of Hope. And I'm just trying to see how I can further finesse my resume to open up. I really want to open up a bed and breakfast, and then because of my disability, but I just want to see how can I go how can I enhance my resume to include that, but then also to piggyback, not so much to hinder or let me be pushed back in the application pal as far as going forth, but just to I don't know because I have the certification, but I don't want to get hindered because I'm up in age, but then I want to shine like the young generation. So I just need I guess that extra push, and that's the reason why I'm back in school, and that's the reason why my major is business management, but I want a minor also in entrepreneurship because I do want to open up a food truck and a nonprofit. And I'm bilingual. I speak Spanish, by the way, too.
Well, thank you for the question, Teresa, and congratulations, by the way, on pursuing, a degree and keep going. And I just really applaud you for all of that. Very inspiring. That's it's not something we could answer tonight, but we can certainly work with you on your questions if you'd like to reach out to any of us. And I'm sure maybe Michael or Christina can put our email in the chat and we could set up an appointment. I think that would probably be best to answer your questions more specifically. But just in general, we do work with students with disabilities. We work with students with all different challenges and talents and skills and experience, and we try to help them to display it to the best of their ability and also to shine as much as possible for a potential employer and start to network and figure out what it is that they want to do. And sometimes it's baby steps. Sometimes you can't take that giant leap. You have to take a smaller step before you get to that long-term goal. Short-term goals lead to long-term goals. So, we try to work with you on that, but definitely reach out to us and we'd be happy to, work with you on some specifics.
I'm going to be reaching out to all y'all in the next week and everything. So I would definitely do that. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Next up we have Tiara Smith. Tiara, going to allow your mic and you can ask your question, come off mute when you're ready. Tiara, just a reminder, you're on mute. If you are having problems, let us know or put something in the chat and we'll help you out if we can, either myself or Rick. I'll give you another couple of seconds. There you go. You're good. Got you. Hi,
Hey, good
how are you?
evening.
Good evening. Welcome.
How y'all doing? I've been working with Miss Camille and Miss Christina on my resume, but I wanted to see what can I do next, even though I have the resume completed. I wanted to see what can I do next.
Yes, great
That's my
question. And
question.
thanks. Yeah, thanks so much for attending, Tiara. So, anytime a student has a resume that's in really good shape,
Those little kid voice. So it sounded like a female. I ain't gonna lie. Did you ever feel like
thank you. Thank
There we
you.
go. Yep.
My kids are all out of the house, so I'm not used to talking over people lately.
It happens.
But anyway, I just wanted to answer Tiara's question. So, if you have a resume that you feel is in good shape, and you want to sign up for Handshake and go into Handshake and submit it there and complete your profile and then start to look for opportunities there. Handshake has opportunities all over the country. So I think that's a really good place to start. I also suggest that for people that don't have a lot of experience, for students that don't have a lot of experience, look local. While you're a student, there's absolutely nothing wrong with working at a part-time job or at a local place that provides you with experience in the meantime. So say, for example, you worked in the retail industry. You're gaining incredible skills that we call transferable skills that you could use really anywhere that you go. So while you're in college and say you're working in retail and you're gaining skills like customer service and communication and time management, those skills can be used in any future role. And it's really, really important for you to acquire those skills, so that first and foremost, you have those skills and you're gaining them, but also so that you have something on your resume that can be noticed by an employer. And sometimes students think, well, those jobs don't matter. They do matter. They matter very, very much. They probably matter more than anything else because you have to start somewhere. And it doesn't matter where you are in this stage of your job search, career, professional life. Try to get some experience to develop those transferable skills so that you will be more competitive and able to be noticed by potential employers.
That's awesome. Thank you, Camille. That's great. Next up, let's go to Gary Ann Capel. Gary Ann, I allowed your mic. You can go ahead and come off mute whenever you're ready. Gary Ann, just a reminder, you're on mute if you're trying to talk, or if you're having any problems coming off mute, just put it in the chat. We'll try and assist you through there. Give you another few seconds. Okay. All right, we're gonna go. Gary Ann, you can keep trying to come off mute. We're gonna switch over to Richard Moore and have him jump in. And Gary Ann, if you can come off mute, that's fine. We'll jump in after Richard. Richard, go ahead. You're up. Come off mute when you're ready.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Hello. Hi. I'm well. Thank you for asking.
Very good.
57 years old, first time college student. For the most part, I've done laborish work. Obtained my high school equivalency diploma back in like '89. So academically speaking, that has been as far as my formal education has gone. But throughout certain courses and stages of my life journey, there was a time where I had to do some things that I didn't really know at the time that I was capable of doing, like critical thinking, analytical thinking, creative thinking, in the sense where I had to understand things that there was no way I could have possibly understood. It was a different language, nuances, legal, law, right? So, and then to have taught myself that and and actually prevailed in the situation that I was in at the time, taught me what I was capable of in terms of, my intellectual capacity and what I can do, So I chose to enroll back in school, and I took an Associates of Science in Criminal Justice and Corrections and a Bachelor of Science in Human Services to be of service, right? So my thing right now is how do I navigate like my way through the system to do the academic system to be able to use the resources that are available to me, to further my education, because that thus far I have not been doing when I actually need help moving forward with my education like that, where I can. Okay, so you spoke about job opportunities and things of that nature. Uh, well, for the most part, it's been laborish. I've been doing labor work, right? So, and I know that there are skills associated with that. I understand that, and I understand. Currently, I'm not employed. I had two surgeries, rotary cup surgeries, right? So, and I'm just really getting over that, but I'm okay, right? So, but fields of employment, I can't really go into that type of work field again, nor do I really want to, right? So now I have to uh, build a resume that would better put forth the things that I'm currently learning, the direction I'm currently going in that I can involve in. How do I connect with the people, with the resources that are available? Like, for example, I would like to come to the campus and attend the functions that you spoke of, where you can meet with, with, with other people and make connections and exchange ideas or whatever. But I need to be in that energy. So I want to know, how can I connect with that energy? I want to be there.
Well, first of all, congratulations on pursuing your degree. In spite of all of the challenges and things, I applaud you for that. I do have to say, as a former program chair for the FYE program, which really still holds a very strong place in my heart, I know that Post is really, really good about providing resources to students. So I encourage you to take advantage of all of the resources at Post, the academic resources, the emotional resources. We really do provide a lot. I'm not sure where you are in your journey, if you're in the foundation courses, but within those courses, there are a lot of resources available to you, and you can certainly ask your instructor to provide you with those. But CCPD is one of the resources that will help you professionally. So if you are not able to get to campus, as I said earlier, we make it so that you can still attend the events that we hold. I would say just about every event. It's hard for me to think about an event where we don't include our online students. I mean, even our main campus fair, we try to include a component of an online aspect to it through an employer spotlight. But just about every event that we hold has a virtual component to it so that you can attend via Teams, just like you're doing tonight, and interact with the employer and ask them questions, just like you're doing tonight. And if you miss it, you can watch it on video, or if you didn't miss it and you want to watch it again, you can do that too. And then you can reach out to us and we can talk to you about, where you are, how maybe you can start to build your resume to gain some skills and gain some traction so that you can start to get towards that long-term goal. Sometimes students want to leap into the far distant future when they have to first start to work in those more small term goals that are closer to where they are right now. And so that's something that, sometimes it's hard to accept that, but that's okay. We'll help you to understand that there are opportunities out there that are very worthwhile and that are going to eventually get you to that long-term goal. And Lori, I couldn't thank you. Baby steps. That was the term I was looking for. Yeah, just one step at a time. And these experiences that you have along the way give you a story to tell. Because when you go into an interview and a potential employer asks you to provide them with, an experience, if they ask you a behavioral interview question, meaning they want to know how you handled a particular situation, that is a behavioral interview question. You need to be able to have a story to tell about how you handled a problem at work, or how you handled a communication issue with a coworker, or how you exhibited leadership abilities. These are all stories that you need to be able to tell. And the only way that you can have those stories to tell is through experience, regardless of where that experience is. But it does eventually become very valuable.
That's awesome. I love that. Thank you so much. All right. We're going to move on. Next up is Kim. Hi, Kim. I'm allowing your mic. You can come off mute when you're ready.
Hello, David, my favorite advising teacher.
Thank you. I'll take the compliment.
Thank you for doing it.
We're happy to help you.
I am 61 years old, but my goal was coming back to school to get a marketing degree because I have foster children. She burnt my house down, but I will never have another one. But what I want to do is now do a nonprofit with the bakery that I once owned, and do something with foster children are aging out, but do it as a nonprofit. I've spoken to the high school in my area to see how we can get the foster kids that are there now. We've got a credit union that will take a part of teaching them banking skills. So when they get out there on their own, they have life skills they didn't get because the parents have threw them away. So that's my thing. And so how can you help me in that area? Because that's what I want to do with the degree in marketing. And then I'm writing a book so I can market my own stuff and not have to pay anybody to market me. So that's my goals. And thank you for listening to me.
That's so awesome.
Thank you for sharing.
Wow.
That's very inspiring. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Kim. We appreciate you. Wonderful. And good to see you. All right. Let's go next to, we're going to go to Paula Huerta. Paula. Come off mute when you're ready, Paula. Paula, just a reminder, you're on mute. Give you a second. And if Paula can't come off mute, we're going to move next to Teresa Dunlop. Paula, if you can come off mute, that's fine. We'll give you another chance in a minute. We're going to go ahead and let Teresa jump in. Go ahead, Teresa. You are, I think, hopefully I did that. Yeah, I think I let you off. There you go, Teresa. You can come off mute if you need to. Teresa Dunlop. Now we got a mute issue. All right, let's see. How about Claudia Williams? Claudia, we're gonna allow your mic. Go ahead. You can come off mute when you're ready, Claudia.
Can you hear me?
There we go. All right, third time's a charm. Yes. How are you, Claudia? Yes. Good. How are you tonight?
Yes, I'm doing all right.
Good.
Yes, I just want to say thank you for the information. Once I get my degree, I just want to further get like a good job that's going to fulfill what I need, financially, and motivate me to do, what I want to do and fulfill my dreams. Because I had like local jobs and stuff like that, but feet aching and stuff like that. I'm up in age, so I'm going to, attend these workshops. It's my first time. If I'm able to get a job, within the workshops, this will be my first time in life getting a job that way. Because I
Well,
always go to like local places and stuff like that, put in an application. So that would be very, very helpful for me.
Claudia, that's great. We encourage you certainly to reach out, and when you're ready, and we'll be able to help you with the Center for Career and Professional Development. I'm going to put the link in the chat again for everyone so you can see it. I'll go ahead and paste it in there, and there you go. And that's the page right there. And I know we had the email address go up there as well, so you certainly can contact anytime, and hopefully they'll be able to assist you with your
Okay.
situation. And that's great. I'm so glad to hear that, and we're here to help you. Um, do we
Yes,
have
thank you.
anyone else? You got it. No problem at all, Claudia. Our pleasure. Let's see who else we have here. I just want to make sure I'm going to give everyone else another chance who we couldn't bring off mute. So I have three people here. It looks like I have Kim, Paula, and Teresa. If this is a repeat, I apologize, but just to give you guys an opportunity, if you want to ask a question, you're welcome to come off mute. Paula, Kim, Teresa. Oh, we have Tracy joining us too. Tracy, why don't we take you off mute? Go ahead. We'll allow your mic, and we're going to wrap up questions in about 5 minutes because we're coming to the end right now. So we're going to wrap up shortly. So go right ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
I was trying to respond. I put a question out there about how I could get help to start sobriety houses in Louisiana that were pet friendly. And I was
Saw
responding
that.
to say thank y'all. I wrote that site down, both of them that was sent to me. I'm going to start doing that immediately, researching
Awesome.
that and see how quick I can get that going because I feel like it's very important. And
That's
I'm
really a great idea.
going to use
Just thought I'd
my
mention that.
experience that I learned in school to help them, to help everybody, even me. You know what I mean? We all need help at times. And I just want to say thank y'all for those sites. I wrote them down and I will be doing that. Okay.
I love
Thank
that.
you.
Thank
Thank
you,
y'all very
Kim.
much. I love these meetings. Y'all are great. If it wasn't for these meetings, I don't know what I would do.
That's wonderful. Well, this is one of my favorite ones because we get to introduce you
Yeah.
guys to something that's useful to you here at the school that isn't just what we present to you on a regular basis. As helpful as that is, it's good to get you guys an idea of what we can do on a greater level to assist you. And if I could just mention something too, first of all, I just want to see. I think we're set with everyone. Tracy Payne, you're off mute. Do you have a question before I
Um,
wrap up?
no, I've got the sites written down. I'm going to do the research, and when
Awesome.
I find out something, I'll keep y'all clued in on it.
I love
Okay.
it. Okay, great. Wonderful.
Thank
Thank you so
you.
much. Our pleasure. Great. Um, I just before I close off to Camille and Mike and Christine, I just want to mention something that I think is really important here, and that this is an example of something that's value added for you with your schooling here at Post University. This is very important. I think it's wonderful because when I first got here years ago, and when I came back here, I don't necessarily think, not of anyone's fault, but we weren't really the online student population wasn't as much of a priority. It's just because they were building things out and working to catch up to that. And since Camille and the team have come on board, we've really grown leaps and bounds. And I want to say thank you to you guys, this power trio right here. You guys are amazing. And you've really done so many good things for our students already. And the impact is palpable. And I just want to say thank you for everything you guys do, because I think it's wonderful. And I'm thrilled to pieces. And I think the students here thank you as well. And it's really been great to see how we've grown. I know, Camille, you and I are in the committee together, and Christina, and now Michael too, and it's just really cool to see. So we're really thrilled to see what an impact you guys can have for us as we move forward. I'll shut up now. That's all.
Thank you, David, for the
Thank you,
kind
David.
words and for the
Thank you.
opportunity. It's really our pleasure to serve all of our students and our online population, which is the largest that we have. So,
Absolutely.
just be patient with us because we are 3, and we do try to get back to students as quickly as we can. But we are really here, to help and as a partnership. That's what we like to call it. We're partnering with students for their own benefit.
Amazing. Great. Do you guys have anything else?
No, other than thank you
Great.
for having us.
Thank you. It's our pleasure. And so everyone knows, this will be, Camille, I'll send a copy of this over to you once I get a little bit of editing done and stuff. And you know, if I have to shorten any pieces or anything like that, but I think it's a pretty good shot here. I will go ahead and I'll edit it and make sure that goes on our workshop site for everyone. For those of you that, if you're familiar, hopefully, if not, I'll put it in the chat right now, but we have our link to our playlists and workshops that will be available on there at some point in time in the very near future. And we're also going to have it, I believe, on the CCPD website as well. But I want to thank everyone for coming tonight, and I hope you guys all found this beneficial, and we're here to help you. We're not just here to help you get a degree. We want to help you get gainfully employed and in something that's wonderful and doing great stuff in your communities and everywhere. So that's all I have.